The mother was shocked to find that when her son cried, the tears he left behind turned into pearls. She immediately ran to the pawn shop to sell them, because she and her son hadn't had enough to eat for 3 days. Unexpectedly, the pawn shop owner was thrilled when he saw the pearls. He was even willing to pay $500,000 to buy the box of pearls. The poor mother decisively agreed to the deal. After the owner paid her, he excitedly asked about the origin of the pearls, but the mother was afraid her son would be in danger because of this. She quickly fled the pawn shop. At this time, the mother did not know that her son was actually a prince of the mermaid tribe. This all started many years ago. The mother's name was Mary. Mary was originally a billionaire female CEO. She had a powerful cousin. The cousin, in order to steal Mary's wealth, had plotted many schemes over the years to kill Mary. Among them, there were 2 key plans. The first time, the cousin tricked Mary into meeting an unknown man. Unexpectedly, by fate's arrangement, that stranger was not only the king of the mermaid tribe, but also the richest man in the country. The man's name was Smith. Sadly, Mary and Smith did not see each other's faces during their night meeting, because it was too dark. The second time, the cousin directly tried to run Mary over with a car. The cousin thought she had succeeded this time. She arrogantly snatched the necklace from Mary and happily went home, but unexpectedly, Mary survived. She just lost all her memories. The cousin smoothly inherited Mary's company. She felt Mary was no longer a threat, so she temporarily gave up on killing Mary. Many years later, Mary gave birth to a son, but due to her memory loss, she did not know who her son's biological father was. Meanwhile, Smith had been resting in the sea for 5 years due to an accident. When he woke up, the first thing he did was to send people to search for the woman he had met that night. When Smith left that year, he gave the woman a necklace of mermaid pearls. His subordinates quickly found the woman based on the necklace. They also unexpectedly learned that the woman had given birth to a child for him. So Smith immediately sent his men to bring the woman back to his house. But Smith did not know that Mary's cousin had already stolen the pearl necklace. At the same time, the cousin had just divorced her husband. She returned to her own home with her son. She was worried about how to live in the future. Unexpectedly, Smith's men came to visit her. The powerful cousin immediately noticed that they were very wealthy. Without hesitation, she took on Mary's identity. Then, she brought her son to Smith's house. Smith was a bit disappointed when he saw the cousin and her son. He thought the son was too ugly. He didn't look like his biological son at all, but the cousin dared not get angry. She actively sat beside Smith. She flattered him, trying to seduce him. Unexpectedly, Smith stood up in disgust. He didn't even know why he felt repelled by her. But to repay the cousin for giving him a son, Smith still allowed the cousin and her son to stay at his house. The cousin was now living in a luxurious mansion. One day, Mary brought her son to an interview at Company A. At this time, Mary still didn't know that this company was actually under Smith's ownership. Mary temporarily left her son in the lobby of the company. There were staff in the lobby who could help watch over her son. Mary then went into the office for the interview. The interviewers were very satisfied with Mary's resume. They quickly decided to hire her. But in the next second, the cousin suddenly appeared with her son. She was still officially Smith's wife. She had originally come to the company to flatter Smith, but unexpectedly, she saw Mary. She immediately ordered Mary to leave the company. One of the interviewers stood up at this point. She handed the cousin Mary's work. She stated that Mary was an extremely valuable talent for Company A. Unexpectedly, the cousin directly tore up Mary's work. The cousin sneered dismissively. She then falsely accused Mary of being morally corrupt, claiming she had had immoral dates with different men. The interviewers were shocked. They didn't expect Mary to be such a person. Mary was furious. She scolded the cousin for having no right to deny her work, and for having no right to slander her. At this moment, Mary's son suddenly stood in front of her. He had been waiting in the lobby and got impatient, so he came up to find her. The son warned the cousin not to hurt Mary, but the cousin wasn't afraid of the 5-year-old child at all. She directly ordered the security to arrest Mary and her son. Then the cousin grabbed a thick iron rod. She was going to beat Mary badly today. Mary's son was terrified. He couldn't help but shed a pearl-shaped tear. But just as the cousin was about to strike, Smith suddenly returned to the company. The cousin immediately put down the iron rod. Because she wanted to play the role role of the kind heroine in front of Smith. The cousin pitifully complained to Smith. She even falsely accused Mary of bullying her. Smith thought the cousin was too foolish. He had seen with his own eyes that it was the cousin who was about to hit Mary. He turned to Mary and asked what had happened. Unexpectedly, Mary had no intention of explaining anything. She directly slapped the cousin twice. Smith, standing nearby, laughed. He suddenly found Mary very interesting.